All right, guys. So basically, you got it. Scott is right. His team is an absolute buzzsaw. So far, he's been able to motor through the likes of Butchie B and LG3. But he's got a new task this week, going up against the MugJankers. Now, the MugJankers have not started off the way they would typically like to, but I will point you back to just last year. Just last year, the MugJankers lost their first game, ended up motoring through the league after, some injury issues, some things got cleared up. So for Scott to be as confident as he is, I completely understand. And yes, we could go line by line through the matchup. And yeah, he's got Ben playing indoors, and he's got Adrian Peterson playing against a, kind of a middling San Diego D. There's obviously some strong spots in Scott's lineup. What he's discounted, however, what he fails to realize and really put in perspective is the fact that he's got a lot of guys on his lineup could just disappear in an offense and, out of nowhere. Absolutely disappear. Danny Woodhead, slim little white guy. Everybody loves him. I mean, he basically is the manifestation of all of our hopes and dreams in the National Football League. Everybody who stands 5'7", weighs 170 pounds, thinks they could be Danny Woodhead. But let's be honest. We're one turned ankle away from a big fat goose egg for Danny Woodhead. Same goes on down that lineup, man. That lineup reads like a murderer's row of might-be failures. Might be. And granted, that's probably what it's going to take for me to get to win. But instead of going into all this in-depth analysis, I want to just point you to two things. And I'll just spend the rest of my video doing this. One is, there it is, the coffee cup. Right back there, baby. I don't know why that's relevant exactly, except it's the greatest restaurant Charlotte ever had. It's a wonderful place. There's really not much more I can say about our lineup. Scott's not worried about me. I'm not particularly worried about Scott. So I'm going to spend the rest of my video eating cereal. Because he doesn't scare me. He was an average fantasy player. At best. And that haircut? Never mind. I respect that haircut. I respect the shit out of that haircut. That's a great haircut. But man, Scott, hubris. You're living a life of hubris if you think that you can just go through the fantasy life without running up into a juggernaut this coming week. As I tell you, I'm going to run through you like skim milk. If you think that you can just waltz in here into the MugJankers lair and come out victorious by 10 or 20 points. I'm just saying it's going to be a lot closer than any of the experts think it's going to be. You might come out with a win, buddy. I love you. But you know what? Like Yogi Berra said, you can learn a whole lot. You can watch a lot of things by just sitting back and observing. So I think you should do that, Scott. He's your idol, and for good reason. But you need to learn something from the man with all the witticisms. So, you guys will see what happens. The lineups are in flux. Happy fantasy. We'll see you guys later.